Hey everybody, I'm back. It's me, Melanie, and today I'm going to be talking about. Okay, so on my Twitter, I said I was going to talk about my whole weekend in this video, but I don't. I didn't take any like videos or pictures of it. Um, but I spent the weekends with my girlfriend, and she has all the videos on her phone. So before I talk about like the Machine Girl Festival and stuff like that, I want to have the videos to show. I have a few, but it's not enough. I don't think it's not satisfying to me. Okay, but in this video instead, I'm going to be talking about a movie I got to see on the weekend, which is I Saw the TV Glow. Now, I'm going to be talking just about the movie, not about, like, the cinema experience or anything like that just outside of the movie, because I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that in the next one. I'm going to go through everything that happened. But in this one, I'm just going to be talking exclusively about the movie. Of course, it's not a review. 100% not. I'm not, like, qualified to do that because I don't watch movies like this ever. The kind of movies I watch are always just like animated kids movies. Like, if I would usually just watch, I would watch the new Despicable Me movie. But this is a movie that has been on the radar for a minute, obviously, because I'm a trans lady, and I knew that, I heard people talking about, oh, my head's a mess, I'm sorry, I heard people talking about this movie being a trans allegory. So, I knew that going into the movie, and I will say, okay, spoilers. Spoilers. If you haven't seen the movie and you plan on watching it, go check it. Goodness me, this internet's terrible. I hope this is okay. If you haven't seen it, go see it. If you don't want spoilers, because I'm going to be talking about pretty much everything. So, I went into this knowing it was a trans allegory. I also knew that the soundtrack was done by, or partially done by, Alex G. I'm a bit of a fan of... Sorry, my laptop is going crazy right now. I'm not a huge fan of his music, but I do like quite a bit. So I was excited to hear the soundtrack, but from what I can tell, the movie isn't too focused on the music, but there is some pretty good songs in it, of course. I can kind of tell which ones are done by Alex G. I'm not sure if they all are, but there is one in specific that's just Alex G. It's boiling in here. Oh my god, this laptop's heating up. So yeah, when it's knowing as trans allegory, and I'll say, I don't think it's a trans allegory. I think it's literally just about being trans. I don't think it's like a little hidden message or something. I think it's genuinely just about being trans. Well, there's obviously a lot more to the movie than that, but it's not like a hidden little meaning thing. It's quite direct, I think, at least. Well, it shows what was the character's name? Okay, another thing. I don't remember character names. Okay, I don't remember character names ever. It doesn't matter how much I like the show. Like, my favorite movie ever, I still don't know what most people in it are called. So I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to just say the main protagonist. So the main protagonist is a boy, and in this show, they want to be a girl. Okay, so the movie's about this TV show that gets cancelled, The Pink Opaque, and it turns out later that The Pink Opaque wasn't just a TV show, it was real. And I'm gonna say, I'm confused about a lot of things. I haven't done any research on anything about the movie, so I'm kind of clueless. I'm gonna sound a bit like an idiot, I think. And you can, if you've seen the movie, you can tell me, like, what do I not get? But yeah, the Pink Opaque, just as the whole premise of this TV show existing and then turning out it's real, is a bit confusing. And I'm still not entirely sure if it is real, and I'm also, there's a lot of ideas that I have about the movie, but I'm pretty sure they're all wrong. I think it's not supposed to make too much sense, because this movie is really confusing, and I haven't seen many confusing movies. I just watch kids' movies, so this was quite hard for me. And I'm gonna talk about the ending. I know I haven't even talked about the whole show, but the ending ends really abruptly in a way. I mean, I was expecting it to keep going. Maybe I was just not aware of the time, but it felt like it was kind of just getting started and then it ends. Which is, they could have done like a lot more. The movie could have been like 3 hours long, but I kind of like how it ended now. At the time, I was in theaters and it stopped, and I think everybody was a bit confused. So I'm like, what the fuck? It's still good. Like, I sat down and I watched the credits for another like 30 seconds because I thought, like, is it baiting me or something? It's like Captain Underpants. But no, the movie ends there, and once you think about it, it does make a lot of sense. This movie, from what I can tell, is about not accepting yourself soon enough, and also that it's never too late. It's about bottling up your feelings. Whether that's about, obviously in the movie, like, it's about being trans and like kind of bottling that up and stuff. But it can be applied to really anything. Just just being scared of being. It doesn't even have to be related to your gender, your sexuality. It can be anything. Just scared of accepting who you really are. Now, what confused me is the whole burying yourself thing to be able to do that. So in this show, one of the characters, like the secondary character, the main character's like friend, so they disappear for like years, like 8 years or something. Then they come back out of nowhere and they said that they've been living in the pink opaque. But to get to the pink opaque, they're like, I believe this person might be trans too. They don't ever actually say, but because they never say the real name, but they come back looking a bit more masculine. But before they go to the pink opaque, they are clearly a girl, and this girl, to get to the pink opaque, what she did was she buried herself and she got someone to bury her alive. And then she sat in the casket and waited for, not to die, but to wait for her soul to like exit her body or some shit. But then she went to the pink opaque, and it's like, it's a pretty scary show. The pink opaque, there's this moon guy. This movie is kind of a horror movie. There's horror parts of it, but I wouldn't go into it expecting it to be horror, because obviously I wasn't. And there is a couple creepy scenes, but there's only like maybe like one jump scare, and it doesn't really get you. But yeah, that's kind of creepy. So what I'm confused about is the pink opaque doesn't seem like a good place. It seems scary as shit. And so, but the pink opaque happened or something? Like, the pink opaque, I think, is... Okay, so the pink opaque, I think, is supposed to represent their past memories. And over time, the memories get more distorted, and I don't think the pink opaque was ever real. It was just them. It was just their memories. So, when their friend goes to live in the pink opaque, like, what does that mean? Is it literally just they went to live in the TV show, or they're like reflecting on the past, or they're evolving? I have no idea. This movie is so confusing, man. But the main plot, the main message makes sense. I get it. But the whole pink opaque thing, I'm lost, really. But this movie, I'll just say, I don't know if I've said, I don't know if I've clarified. It's really good. It's a really good movie, and I'm gonna be thinking about it for a good, like, month or so, just trying to put my own meaning onto it because I really haven't yet. I mean, I watched it yesterday, so I'm coming on here and talking about it like I know my shit. I don't. I'm just here to ramble a bit about this thing. But main message of it, really obvious, quite powerful, but damn, it does leave you lost, and it doesn't really explain much. Just like, what is the bingo? I had an idea in my head, but now I've kind of lost it. I think it's supposed to be confusing. I don't think there's supposed to be a meaning onto it. I think it's supposed to be really just ambiguous. Okay, so really, really good music. Really good. What am I talking about? What the fuck did I just say? Really, really good movie. I did enjoy it. I swear. I'm just lost. And if anybody can like explain it to me, maybe I should look up some ideas. I'm not sure if there is an official like thing, like description or meaning for it. I'm not sure if the creators like said what it means or what the pink opaque is, but yeah, the pink opaque is there. The pink opaque is their memories. I know that. I remember it being okay. So the pink opaque's there is their past memories. So they were in the pink opaque when they were younger. But what confuses me is when she goes to live in the pink opaque. Because then it's not really their past memories, is it? Like, maybe by the pink opaque, she just meant she was living as herself and fully expressing herself. That's what the pink opaque is, living in a time where you are yourself. But it's not a good place. Like, it's scary as hell. Like, she was talking about how she found his heart and it was still beating. The whole monologue in like the tent with all like the planets and stuff going by, or the projecting planets and stuff, but in the tent really confused me. That's where I kind of got just lost. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say because I don't really have anything to say, and I'm quite dumb, and I'm sorry if it's really obvious and I'm not getting it. But yeah, thank you. Thank you for listening to my spiel. In the next one, I'll be talking about my whole fun weekend. It's gonna be amazing. Lots of stuff happened, and that's something that I'm actually really excited to talk about, especially the Machine Girl show. And I'll go a bit more into detail about, going to the cinema and stuff, because this has been a movie that I've wanted to see for a long time, and I've always wanted to go to the cinema, and this is kind of like my first time in 10 years. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. I saw the TV glow. Bye bye.